taking the lead. Dead silence. Sleight of hand.
Dead silence. Sleight of hand. The specialist bonus achieved. Specialist is indeed quite special. It is the bright shining light of Modern Warfare 3, and in a game which appears so flawed, it's the biggest redeeming factor, for me at least. And prior to the game's release, when all the usual hype was being built up and all the usual speculation was being made about, oh, these are the perks that are going to be in the list, and oh, these are the kill streaks that are going to be in the air, you look at them and you think, oh, this sounds cool on paper, looks great, but you think about it, it's probably going to be shitty in the real time. Actually, now I think about it, we're kind of reaching that time of year with Black Ops 2 where all the speculation's being made and people are throwing up these ideas about, oh yeah, this is going to be in the game. And I kind of try to stay away from all that because it's mostly a load of cack, and I probably won't like what I'm reading. But prior to Modern Warfare 3's release, when the official word came out from IW themselves about different kinds of strike packages, depending on what kind of player you are, we're going to have different lists of different customizable kill streaks, so that all kinds of players can have their desired experience. And once again, same reaction. Ooh, sounds great on paper, but it's probably going to play out horribly. And then everybody's favourite word springs to mind. Here it comes. Balance. Is it going to be balanced? How in the hell are they ever going to maintain the balance between the three? One's going to be better than the other two. That one's going to have shitty rewards in it. That one's going to have overpowered rewards in it. Ha ha, look at that one. No one's ever going to play that one. And sure enough, the game comes out and, as expected. Oh, Infinity Ward, what were you thinking? This one is so overpowered. This one is so underpowered. Oh, why is that fucking IMS only a 5 kill streak? Why is Remote Sentry a 12-point streak? Bloody attack helicopter, will you go for someone else, you bastard? EMP. You mother... Strafe Run calls in 5 helicopters to sweep the indicated area. 9-point streak? Who the hell is gonna use that? Why is the stealth bomber in support? Ah! The fuck is wrong with me? Yes, as expected, the majority clearly not happy at the final lists of strike packages and the individual rewards, cost of point streak, designated list, or perhaps just their general involvement in the game full stop. I would think the majority believe that the most imbalanced reward in the strike packages is the stealth bomber. Probably not so much because of the cost, but more so the list it's been placed in. An offensive killstreak reward in a support strike package, and more than just an offensive reward, a pretty damn powerful one at that. And capable of being rewarded to you at the cost of no matter how many deaths. At that point, it's not even a reward anymore, it's more of a freebie. It is literally free kills. All that combined makes the stealth bomber the #1 streak ender, which is why it is hated by so many. And that, ladies and gents, is how you go off on a gigantic tangent away from your intended subject. 3 minutes on and I've ended up here. Where am I exactly? Alright. So along with all the other general bullshit you'd come to expect from playing Call of Duty regarding the guns, the equipment, the perks, the maps, they've now got these assault and support kill streaks thrown into the mix with potentially unavoidable threats that you're now also exposed to. And while dying an unavoidable death is just straight up annoying for the player, the disappointment level in Call of Duty is just higher because the players are generally rewarded for staying alive, and there's a benefit to not dying in the form of streaks, although I should specify, not so much support streaks now, with our new and improved support package, right? I'm just kidding. So with good rewards on offer, the desire to stay alive becomes much greater in this game. Unfortunately, the amount of unavoidable bullshit that kills you dead has also risen, making death more frequent and even more so, making each individual death more of a pain in the ass. There's a few perks that'll do that little bit to help you out and stay alive during these rough encounters. There's only so much protection you can get when you're limited to just 3, and that limitation will hit you pretty hard in MW3, because where some perks give you the edge in gunfights, some prepare you better for the next gunfight, and some resist the unavoidable deaths when you're away from gunfights. To beat the limitation, you need something special. You need the shining light of Specialist, because of the expensive, dubious and possibly imbalanced air support. It lets you overcome that perk limitation, and your perks in Call of Duty have more of an influence on your success than you might think. especially if you happen to be sporting every single one at the same time. Some perks win your gunfights, some prepare your next gunfights, some keep you alive when you're away from gunfights. If I could use one line, just one series of words that sums up this game, a tagline to fit Modern Warfare 3 to end all descriptions, it would be this: Modern Warfare 3 is designed to kill you, and with all the dangers in mind, you need as much as you can get of that edge, prep and resistance that the perks have to offer. An example of the limitation hitting you hard would be, let's take Blind Eye. So there's a guy at the bottom of your team who's not doing too well. He's got 1 kill, he's also got 10 deaths, he's feeding the enemies streaks. An attack helicopter goes up, and you're at the top of the team. Attack helicopter prioritizes you as a prime target, as opposed to the guy feeding people the attack helicopters. Attack helicopter shoots you and kills you dead, because that's what they do. Feels like a bullshit death that you didn't deserve, so you equip Blind Eye. Blind Eye falling under the list of countering danger when you're away from gunfights. Now the attack helicopter couldn't give a monkey's toss about you. In fact, it's flown away. The guy in your team is now 1 in 15, and now they've called in a Pavlo. But for the Pavlo's entire minute's duration on the map, it didn't shoot you. Blind Eye, you've worked wonders. You've now been alive for 2 minutes, you're on a 10 kill streak, and you're about to get your AC-130. A guy turns the corner on your left, down he goes. You start to reload, but there's a guy coming up on your right, and you didn't expect him, and now you're caught reloading, and he's shot you dead, and you won off your AC-130. And you died because you were caught reloading and you weren't prepared for it. But you know that if you had had sleight of hand, you would have had it in the bag. On the other hand, if you did have sleight of hand, you wouldn't have got that close anyway, because the Pavlo would have been ripping your shit up because you didn't have Blind Eye. And this limitation goes multiple ways. You're pretty sure that half their team are just casual blokes having a lazy Sunday in front of the telly, deciding to hop online and shoot virtual people for an hour before they head down the pub for a pint. They're not much of a danger. The other half of their team are all major tryhards with max rank, max prestige, jacked KD and amped up headsets. I'm probably gonna pop on the Dead Silence Pro for this one. And sure enough, you sneak behind every single one and shoot them in the back when they least expected you. And you just see another pass the doorway at the edge of the corridor. You catch up a little, he doesn't hear you. You're about to go through the door and line up the shots, and you've stepped on the Weekend Warrior's fucking Claymore. Brilliant, wonderful. That guy doesn't even know what a Claymore is. He just picked it and threw it down because it looked funny. But all the same, it's cost you your streak. And you just can't help but think that you would have dodged it if you had had sitrep. Modern Warfare 3 is designed to kill you. To resist the death, you need something special. If there was ever a commercial for the Specialist Strike Package, then this is probably it. But only something as special as a Specialist Strike Package could nail me a 40 gun streak. Hope you enjoyed, thank you for watching, and goodbye for now.